Hello, and welcome to episode 102 of Prog Review. Blimey, that almost rhymes. And today I shall be talking about Peter Gabriel's Secret World on this here Blu-ray. Cast your mind back to 1994. That's when he did his Secret World tour, supporting the album Us, which happens to be probably my favourite Peter Gabriel record. So I was quite excited to go and see him on this tour. Though I must admit I was quite disappointed when I actually saw him, because he played Earl's Court. I was up in the rafters, not too high up, but looking down on the stage, he looked like an ant, and there were no screens supporting him, no big jumbotrons or anything, and he seemed to be playing at his feet. He never acknowledged the heavens once, and I've never felt so disconnected from the set. And I think it's probably tainted my view of this DVD. I think I've owned the VHS. I've got the DVD here as well. See, got them both. This was released in 2003, so 9 years ago. So I had the VHS, got the DVD, now got the Blu-ray. I remember when the DVD came out, I was impressed because it was a 5.1 mix. It was good. The picture quality, of course, was an improvement over VHS. We're having these incremental improvements. So I was wondering what they were going to do with the Blu-ray. And I'm going to include it in the link just in case you haven't seen the unboxing. But Eagle Vision, who produced this DVD, spent a lot of time going over the original 16mm film and restoring it, taking all the scratches and the dust off and colour grading each frame almost. It's a really interesting documentary about the exact process. So I was quite interested to see what the differences were, and I did a little bit of I did a little contrast, compare and contrast between the two versions. And I actually did it on my Mac using, I've got a Blu-ray player thing here, and I managed to sync them up. Unfortunately I can't show you any of this footage because of the old copyright nonsense that we have on YouTube, but it's quite interesting to see the graininess of the DVD and the softness of the Blu-ray. It's the same set list. You get an extra track in Red Rain and bonus track from the New Blood Blu-ray DVD called Rhythm of the Heat as well. The menus are exactly the same. There's not much difference between the two of them. Even the artwork and the inner booklet are, they're exactly the same. They're from the DVD to the Blu-ray, so don't come along expecting anything new. There isn't. I was a bit disappointed with that. I thought they may have put a little bit more, maybe redesigned it, or done a little bit more with it, but you're just essentially buying an upgrade to Blu-ray. Now, in terms of the audio, it doesn't sound that different to the DVD version. The audio sounds fine. It's not, you got audience noise and a little bit of reverb in the back, and they do some guitar stuff on Digging in the Dirt. One of the guitars pans to the back, to give you a jolt. But the audio, there's no big change in that. Unless you've got the hearing of a dog. I haven't. These flappy old things instead. I don't think you're gonna, be rolling around marvelling at an improvement in the audio. But when it comes down to it, it's the picture that you'll notice there's a marked difference. And it's kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Yeah, they've rescaled everything and made everything fit the screen. Unfortunately, it's not letterbox. It's kind of full 16:9. I always get my resolutions mixed up. I used to know them off by heart when I was younger. So I was kind of expecting more detail, a stretch picture, more detail, but you kind of get this picture. And they were saying on the documentary you see more, but I didn't get really the feeling that you did see more. The picture itself is good. It's all been colour graded, but it's got more of a filmic quality to it. Again, it's hard to describe. There's a softness to the video as well, whereas on the DVD version everything's kind of sharp but grainy. They've kind of got rid of that. There's a trade-off, and they've kind of softened everything, and they've gone for a more, like I say, filmic look. I mean, again, I don't know if it's good or bad. It looks like they've tried to do the best of a bad job. You know, it's not like, you know, full-blown HD recording, digital HD recordings we get now. There seems to be like a compromise. But that's not to say it's bad. I'm just interested between the differences between the DVD and the Blu-ray. You know, I was expecting... I don't know what I was expecting. The way they described it is like they was producing a new Mona Lisa, but it turns out they were, you know, just tweaking. But I mean, it is good. I mean, it's different. I don't know whether it's worth warranting buying it if you've got the DVD, because if you've got a DVD which upscales to HD anyway, you know, you're only buying it for the extra track and the slightly different picture quality. What I think they should have done is with this and the 1987 concert, which I think is out there somewhere. I think it's going to be, you know, from the So era. I think that's going to be released. They keep talking about it. I mean, I only got it on a really crappy VHS, the official VHS I might have, but my copy was really bad and the audio was all wobbly. Do you remember videotapes, everyone? Do you remember what a hit and miss that was? I remember once I bought a video. I can't remember what it was. It was a concert video, and the whole left channel was missing. And I only had sound come out the right channel. I had to take it back to Woolworths. Remember Woolworths? God, I feel like I'm 97 years old reminiscing here. But I digress. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they could have put it in a box set with the 87 concert with something from, you know, the more recent Up tour. You know, made, I don't know, a special Blu-ray pack. I'm always wanting more. This is the problem. I'm never bloody satisfied. But maybe they could have done more. Made it a bit more, I don't know, a bit more of a must-have purchase. But that's not to say, again, if you haven't seen it, it's worth picking it up. But if you've got the DVD, oh, you know, oh dear. You know, just slight incremental change. So that's it, really. In terms of review, you know, it's a good, solid performance. You know, I don't find it as engaging as the Up tour, which I think was a much better, superior production, you know, in the round with the use of the Zorb. It was, I don't know, I found it a much more dynamic production. The Secret World tour, you know, I always found it a little bit hokey, especially when, I remember when I was at the Oz Court, I saw the tree come up, and I had a bit of a, you know, a Spinal Tap moment, and I burst out laughing. And if you know what I mean, the tree comes up and it's small and it looks like it's going to be crushed by Peter Gabriel. In fact, as a homage to the Spinal Tap, I can imagine what the production meeting must have been like when they designed that tree. Yeah, well, we've got a problem with the tree. What's wrong with the tree? You've got to admit, it's a bit small, but we designed it to the exact specifications. Well, you know, it was in danger of being crushed by a dwarf. But it's not our fault that it's too small. It's not my fault he doesn't know the difference between feet and metres, is it? He wanted it in metres, we did it in feet. He gets confused. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little skit. I've always wanted to do a split screen thing. But yeah, it always made me laugh when I saw the tree. But yeah, well, I'm going off the path. Am I reviewing the concert? Am I reviewing the DVD? Am I reviewing the Blu-ray? This is what happens when I don't write any notes. I go everywhere all at the same time. So yeah, I mean, it is good. Don't know if it's a must-have. I mean, if you haven't got it, for I got it for $12.99, I think it was. I don't think it's pretty good value. I think the Gabriel site's got it for about $16.99, which is more expensive. So get your copy from Amazon. Plug. There'll be a link in the description for you to go and buy your copy. 135 minutes running time, 1080i high definition widescreen, DTS HD master audio, and it's region 0 and it's NTSC. So this will play everywhere all at the same time. So there you go. The review, you know, there's as a rating even, I'm going to give this 4 marimbas out of 5. 4 marimbas out of 5. If they'd have put a documentary about the restoration or just a little bit of extra content on here, you know, that wasn't available elsewhere, I think that would have tipped it into a 5. It's a strong 4, but you know, I'm always hungry for more. This is the problem. I don't know. So that's it. That's been my review of, you know, of this Blu-ray. My name's Darren Rock. I've been burbling on in my own inimitable way about Peter Gabriel's Secret World Live, available for the first time on Blu-ray. Huzzah! You've been a wonderful audience, all of you, wherever you are. Are you out there? Or have you got bored with my comedy videos? Have you all run off? Or are you buggered off for the summer? Where is the summer? Blah, blah, blah. Rain, 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 rain. I think I'm going rusty. It's not a tan. I've gone rusty. Only one more thing to say. Subscribe, unsubscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Social media, because you never know if you're getting the updates. And that's it. Prog on.